Hello, welcome to Student Success 101 series. My name is Michael, and I'm a learning specialist here at Lehigh Carbon Community College. Today we're going to be looking at a study skill called SQ3R. Okay, remember while you're in college, right, you're reading to learn. Your reading needs to be active, focused, slower, and intentional, right? It doesn't need to be perfect. I'll emphasize that too. It doesn't need to be perfect. Right, but it needs to be active, focused, slower, and intentional because you're trying to learn things as you're reading. Okay, so the SQ3R approach is this one strategy we can give you to kind of help you focus on reading a little bit more and learning the material. So S for skim, Q for question, then it's read, recite, review. Okay, now we're going to break those down a little bit. Okay, skim, right? So I tell students, like, well, you've got a chapter to read, take about 60 seconds, right? And skim the text and look at titles, right? Words in bold, subheadings, right? Charts and graphs, right? Pictures, and other items that kind of capture your attention. Just kind of skim through the material and then close the book, okay? Then create some questions, right? Based on what you skimmed, right? Ask yourself some questions here, maybe it could be things like, what is subliminal perception, right? That might be an example if you saw that word, right? Or who is Lewis Latimer, right? That might have been one of the names that popped up when you're skimming. Or maybe it could be something like, what does that chart tell me, right? So you can add more later, you can add more to your list later as you're reading, but the whole point of this, and write these questions down, right, is to activate your mind, to keep you saying, hey, I'm kind of curious about that reading, right? This reading I have to do for my class. I'm curious about it. It's kind of get your mind a little bit active. Then you read, right? Take it a section at a time, not necessarily a chapter at a time, but a section. Most college textbooks have multiple sections. Take them section by section, okay? Take notes in the sections, right? Make flashcards. When you see something bold, maybe turn it into a flashcard. Right? Create more questions like, hey, how does this apply? How does this mean? How do these ideas connect? Try to create more kind of questions in your context, right? Note sticking points and things that you're confused about, right? So you're going to hit, what does this mean, right? Put a little question mark by it, or thoughts, or things like, I'm not sure what this is, but, keep moving forward, right? Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? You're reading it for the first time. You're trying to learn it for the first time. And you're not going to absorb it all right away, right? So just keep moving forward, though. So many students kind of hit a wall. I didn't understand that, so I have to go back. No, just keep moving forward, because sometimes they'll explain it again. You'll make a connection, but try to keep moving forward as much as possible, okay? Then what you want to do is recite, right? So section by section, ideally, right? Recite things you've learned. You can talk about yourself. You can talk to yourself. You can do it with others, a classmate, right? Or a family member. You say, hey, I just read this, right? So you can kind of get it out. The whole point of this reciting hearing is that you process it in your own words. You're not quoting anything. You're not really diving into like the exact wording. What is this concept? What are those ideas? Okay? You want to recite those things. And again, note some question, your trouble spots, and like, I'm not sure if I got that right. Just note those things, but then keep moving forward, right? Then review, okay? Now, after you finish the entire chapter, take a break, all right? Take a break, get something to eat, kind of process your mind or refresh your mind a little bit, right? Then review your material, review your notes, your flashcards in the chapter itself. Look over the key points that you have. Try to connect those ideas to your own experiences, right? Think about how this might apply to you now, how it might apply to you in your career. Right? And think about what questions you still have and what supports can help you out. Think about, okay, maybe I should see a tutor about this. Maybe I should see my faculty member during their office hours about this. Maybe I should ask this question in class, right? So that's the S3QR approach. Skim, question, read, review, recite. All right, so remember to try SQ3R approach next time you're trying to do some reading to learn. Okay, so look for more videos on study skills in this series and reach out to your supports. And remember, here at LCCC, we really do care about your success. All the best.